Hey Gip historians, in this video I'm going to be showing you what a DBQ outline looks like or how I make one, and then I'm going to be walking you through how to take the documents from the DBQ, put them into the outline so you spend at least 10 minutes of this essay time planning it out, so then when you start typing your essay you know exactly what you're going to be writing about and where you're going to go. So this is a little outline that I made, and I'll be using this for each of the DBQs that I write. On the left side here, I just have each of the documents so I can take quick notes about them as I'm reading them through. And then I separated each of these little sections according to the body paragraphs, context thesis, claim evidence analysis, and sourcing for each of our body paragraphs. Of course, on my desk, aside from my outline, I also have all of the documents pulled up here that I will be using for my DBQ. So obviously first we're going to take a look at the prompts, because if you don't understand the prompt, we cannot write this essay. We're evaluating the extent to which the attitudes of Christians towards merchants and trade differed from the attitudes of Muslims towards merchants and trade. Okay, so we obviously know that in the prompt, we're going to be talking about two religions, right? We have Christianity plus Islam. And then this prompt is telling you specifically to see how the attitudes differed, okay? So the key word is differed here, right? So we obviously know that this essay is probably gonna do some type of like comparing and contrasting, right? We're gonna be looking at how these two religions are different. Okay, so first document right here, looks like from the Bible, so we obviously know this is talking about the attitudes of Christians. Jesus said the rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. Okay, so it's extremely hard to get in. So this prompt is about the attitudes of merchants. We know obviously merchants are trying to get their money, trying to make sales. So we're gonna, this document specifically is talking about how Christians, rich, don't enter heaven. So maybe it's going to be negative towards merchants. And now I'm going to be doing the same with each of the documents on this left side. Okay, and here I have all of the 5 documents. Now I just want to show you this because remember, you're using these documents to support an argument. So at the end of the day, not all the documents are as obvious as you want them to be. So for example, document 5 that we worked on, we know that there was a picture of the Seljuk ruler. You had to know that the Seljuk empire was Muslim, right? So this is an Islamic empire. And we notice here that they're all wearing silks. So the fact that they're supporting silks, which are coming from China, shows that perhaps this ruler is supportive of foreign goods and maybe of the merchants that brought them in, right? No part of this document says any of that. So you have to kind of go out on a limb and, make that leap, right? Use this document to argue in your favor. Which is why here for document 5, I said it's Islam, ruler with silk, supported trade. Therefore, happy face, yes, they are favoring merchants. So here's where you got to get creative, right? You have to decide, all right, how do I take these documents and put them into some groupings? So what I'm going to decide on is saying, although certain Muslim people, right, like this guy here, don't support merchant activity, we know that Islam is far more supporting of merchants because their rulers and their holy book is more approving of riches, whereas in Christianity, the Holy Bible, and stories about merchants show that you have to give up your money to be with God. Okay, and I just quickly wrote that out. I mean, it's just shorthand. Although some Islamic people did not support, Islam was more supported because, the ruler and the Quran, while Christianity was more supported, blah, 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 blah. Okay, now we take that thesis and we break it down into our paragraphs, okay? So some Islamic people do not support. That is obviously going to go into our first body paragraph. It's a whole separate one, so that's going to become our claim. Some Islamic people do not support. The evidence is going to come from document 4. So here I'm just going to put my little doc 4. Okay. For the analysis of that, right, the guy is saying that they're not moral or manly. Okay. X, moral or manly. And most importantly, we know that he is an Islamic scholar. Okay, so he studies this religion. This religious person says that no for merchants. Okay. And the fact that he's a scholar is going to go maybe into our sourcing, right? The audience is going to listen to him more, right? Obviously, he has studied the Quran, the holy book, spent his life devoted to this, so his opinion is definitely going to matter. So I'm just going to write opinion right here. And then here I finished up the other two, okay? So this one's about the ruler from document 5 and the Quran, and both are supporting the riches and trade, and if you support riches and trade, then you are supporting merchants, okay? And the last paragraph is going to be about Christianity, how it does not support merchants because, right, documents 1 and 3 is saying the rich will never make it into heaven, right? And merchants want to be rich, so you can't be a merchant and Christian and expect to go to heaven, okay? It's not very supporting of them. Okay, and that is the whole outline. So I'm pretty much ready to write. This should have hopefully taken right around 10 minutes, leaving me about 35 minutes to type. I would say max 15 minutes on this, okay, then 30 minutes to type. For this week's Wiser, it's going to be looking like this. So these are the documents, the new documents, okay, you're gonna read through them, do the same thing, and then you're gonna type in your intro here, okay, your body paragraphs there, and then at the very bottom of the page, it's going to say hand in work, okay? So I decided to kind of divide each of these sections up so you know you aren't missing any of them. So you might be watching all this and thinking, okay, great, so I can make my outline, I know where I'm typing into, but you're still asking me to write a DBQ, and that's like 45 minutes of my life, and I hear that, okay? This is one of the few classes that still has a test at the end of the year, so we're just going to make the most of it. Now, obviously saving, potentially thousands of dollars in a world history course in college is crucial, right? So taking this test is going to allow you to get the credit to maybe skip a whole semester and save some money. But we all kind of want immediate rewards. So here's what we're gonna do. If you write this DBQ, okay, like actually try on it, right? Do the outline, type out some body paragraphs, submit it to me. Doesn't have to be perfect. You just tried it. I'm going to enter your name into a raffle. Every single week, I'm going to pick out a name, and then whoever wins is going to have lunch on me. So I'm just going to send you an email telling you, hey, you won. I'll put the results out on a video, and then I'm going to Uber Eats or Postmate or Grubhub, whatever, a meal of your choosing to your house. All right? You pick whatever you want to eat for that day. So get to writing.